Hello and welcome to today's class, the focus of which will be the mid-face. A natural progression from all the classes of the past few weeks, which focused on the forehead, the temple area, as well as the eyes. Just like the eyes are connected to the forehead and the temple muscles, as well as the cheek muscles have got other connections. And the two connections we will be exploring today are the one that they have to the chewing muscle called the masseter, found over here, as well as the Modiolus, which is a point, a junction found at the corners of our lips, at the corners of our mouths, and which also needs some release. But before we start releasing, let us take a moment to settle in, to ground ourselves, to roll our shoulders backwards and down, meanwhile also opening our chest. Make sure that we're sitting tall with a straight spine and the head floating to the ceiling. The masseter is one of the chewing muscles. It is located in front of the ear and attaches to the cheekbone as well as the jawbone. For a facial muscle, it is actually quite big and it is also extremely strong, but it also stores a lot of tension. Let's start by feeling it. Place the tips of your fingers just in front of your ears on both sides and bite down. Clench your teeth. I usually ask you to unclench them. Today I want you to clench them so that you'll feel the muscle bulging out. Do you feel it? So we will be working in the area that you have just felt, and we'll work on it from 3 spots. We will start at the spot just beneath the cheekbone, and either using our fingertips or else our knuckles, we press in and hold. Make sure you keep sitting tall. Adjust your posture if needed. When the muscle accepts your fingers or your knuckles, whichever you prefer working with, give it a wiggle. This might be painful. Just make sure that whatever pain you are feeling is pleasant. If you feel sharp pain, please come out of the pose. Let's move to the center. Stay on the muscle as close to the ear as possible. What I mean is, don't try working on it from here. This is not the masseter anymore. It is closer to the ear. Press, hold, relax the shoulders, relax the forehead as well as the back of the neck. Wiggle. Feels nice, huh? And then we move down to just above the jawbone. Close to the arc of the jaw. Press and wiggle. And as you start to relax, your eyes might want to close. Now, as always, we also want to create space. So we will use the thumb as a hook beneath the jawbone, the index finger as another hook like this. We place it just beneath the cheekbone on both sides. Let the muscle accept the finger and then start moving it down. At the same time, that you drop your jaw. In a slow and controlled movement. Let's do it again. Come out. Do some tapping. Continue if you felt that you've created tension anywhere while doing this exercise. Could be the back of the neck, could be the forehead. Let's just tap and invite the blood flow. There's a small circular junction located at the corners of the mouth. This is called the Modiolus, and it is a place where several muscles meet. These include the so-called zygomatic muscles, or in simpler terms, the smiling muscles. To feel the Modiolus, you can simply press your lips together, grab them from the sides, and you'll feel it beneath your fingers. To release the Modiolus, you can give it a wiggle beneath the fingers, making sure that you do not tilt your fingers downwards. The best way to do it is either keeping the lips straight or else slightly upturned. Before any face yoga practice, it is of utmost importance that we wash our hands, especially if we are going to work inside the mouth, which we can do when we release the Modiolus. Apart from this technique that I showed you, we can also insert the thumb and knead the muscle with the rest of the fingers from the outside. We'll do it on the other side. Now, one technique is not necessarily better than the other, but when we insert the thumb into our mouth, we have to work one side at a time, whereas doing this is time-saving because we're working on both sides at the same time. It is a question of preference. Having a relaxed jaw and Modiolus is the perfect time to start activating the smiling muscles, which are located in this part of our face. Their job is to pull the face this way. When we smile by pushing the corners of the mouth rather than activating the cheek muscles, we create deeper nasolabial folds. Today, we will work on using the cheek muscles themselves to create a smile. Let's start by feeling what muscles we are actually moving when we smile. Place your palms on your cheeks and smile. Where do you feel the movement? Do you feel that you are pushing up with the corners of the mouth? Or do you feel that you're pulling this way with the smiling muscles? Now place your fingertips at the peak of your cheek and smile again. Do you feel the smiling muscles moving? Remember the leash analogy? We are going to show them the way. Now there are other muscles that come into play here. If we've got tense depressors, they are going to affect our smile. So to do the cheek lifter, we try to deactivate those muscles by curling in the lip. And then we place our fingers, which we are going to use as guides, and we smile, imagining that there is a leash here which is pulling us up this way. The movement is subtle. Hold. Peel your fingers off, but keep the tips close to the origin of the muscle, maybe slightly further up. Uncurl the lip, hold on to the smile, slowly remove the fingers and feel the warmth being created at the peak of your cheek. Come back to neutral and give it a light tap. Let us repeat the exercise, but instead of curling our lip inward, we will drop the jaw into a big O. And smile. Peel off the fingers. Close your mouth slowly. Hold on to the smile. Remove the fingers. Hold on to the smile a little bit longer. Come back to neutral. And tap. In our third set, I would like you to focus on your eyes while doing the exercise. You can choose whether you prefer curling in the lower lip or else dropping the jaw to deactivate the lower part of the mouth. But take a look at your eyes. Are you creating any wrinkles beneath them? Are you creating any crow's feet? If so, remember how we flexed the eyes. We've been practicing this using various hand positions over the past few weeks. Today, we are not going to help with the finger position because we need our fingers to be elsewhere. So the orbicularis oculi, the circular muscle around the eye, has learned to do this movement on its own if you have been practicing. So curl the lip, the lower lip, or drop your jaw. Give me a smile and activate your eyes, imagining that the muscle is moving this way. All subtle movements, but they all create magic when done together. Tap your cheek. Feel and enjoy the warmth. We have discovered our smiling muscles and activated them. We have guided them and shown them the way that we want them to move. Now it's time to help them create muscle memory. The next exercise is called the smile lifter, and we will be using a tool, a very simple one like a pencil or else a coffee stirrer. As always, we will start by correcting our posture if need be. And this time, before we curl our lower lip, we are going to move our lower jaw slightly forward. We curl the lip, we smile, then we place our tool behind the canines and we look up and we hold. Ready to do it together? So, lower jaw slightly forward, curl the lower lip, activate the muscles. Hey, hey, ho. Hold the smile. And come out. Let's go for another set without forgetting our eyes. We will add them to the mix by flexing the orbicularis oculi. Come out, and again, feel the warmth. And today's class will end with us doing one round of the full relax and glow pose. It was one of your favorites when we did the pose for a pose series throughout April. Let's remind ourselves of this amazing feel-good pose in which we work at the jawline first, pressing at a number of spots, 4 or 5. We press and we release, placing our thumb beneath our chin, our index finger on top, and press and hold, press and hold. I would stay slightly longer here and give a wiggle to the presser muscle, because we do not want it to get involved when we are activating the cheek. And then move towards the ear. This might benefit from a little wiggle as well. Then we move our knuckles to the sides of the nose. We press in and release. Press in and release along the cheekbone. Let's go once more. Press in, but not up or down. And then we move along the nose towards the bridge. When we get to the forehead, we form a fist. Keep the back of your neck relaxed. Move your fists to the sides, and when you reach the temple area, slightly pull up and smile. Come out of the pose. Hope you're feeling good. Thank you for joining the class, and I'll see you next time. Keep smiling.